Good morning.
Today, our main and only goal was driving from Alar, where we were staying last night, through the desert to Hetian.
It's better than the one back home.
But first, we had to grab food for the journey because there's no restaurants in the desert. We picked up a number of traditional Uyghur dishes, including baozi or bao buns of the baked and steamed variety, as well as some naans.
Back we go. Back to the bridge. We can see the river now.
Once we left the city, the landscape almost immediately turned arid and desert-like. Already we began seeing the sand dunes of the Taklamakan Desert, the largest in China. You immediately noticed these square patterns of bamboo poked into the ground. Our driver explained to us that these were there to prevent the sand from going onto the road. We couldn't help but stop to have a look.
That's the desert, alright.
Taklamakan in Uyghur means to enter and never return, a metaphor for death. The desert is the 10th largest in the world and the second largest shifting sand desert, meaning that the dunes move about. It stretches 1,000 kilometers east to west and 400 north to south. Strong winds can build sand dunes up to 3 times their normal size. And the few plants that live in the desert can have root systems up to 100 times the length of their outer body. The road we took was the Tarim Desert Highway and stretches over 400 kilometers from Alar to Hetian. Desert security stuff.
Yes, Mom. Woo!
This is where the good trees are. We later found out that the dense vegetation along the side of the highway was due to irrigation projects using vegetation to anchor the sand and protect the highway itself.
This forest would be nice if it weren't covered in litter.
But I'm guessing that the trees just catch all the rubbish floating through the desert and floating off the roads. So it's just everywhere. These ancient poplar forests were the exception and existed long before the roads.
Desert oasis.
After countless hours of driving, we gave Yashufu a rest and went out ourselves to explore for a few hours.
It's like an avalanche. Oh, look at this cool root. Of apparently hundreds of meters. Look how this tree has so many roots stretching out tens of 20 of apparently hundreds of meters. Don't know if the roots go down or along. Surely down. We found a little rodent nest. Oh, tracks. Some slightly bigger creature. Something bigger. Like an avalanche. Oh shit, landfall. I am God amongst men. We're gonna sneak up on my mum. Away from the road, there's not really any trees. There she is. Definitely heard us there. Get down. Get down. Bobby's been found out. She's given up. She's a spy. I always knew she was a spy. So out of breath. See? I win! Okay. Yes.
These ancient poplar trees can be upwards of 1,000 years old. The sprawling root systems and large, thick, twisted trunks of the old poplar trees make them look absolutely out of this world. After such a long time playing in the desert, our throats were dry, our stomachs were empty, our hands and clothes and skin were dirty, and we decided to head back.
We're all done playing that. That's right. Keep going. Okay. Let's go. Sunbathing. This track. That wasn't us, was it?
We were surprised to find Yashufu sleeping on a tarp outside the car.
After a lovely adventure.
Oh, you touch your face.
That looks so much fun. Camels. Presumably wild. Security, I think. Their car is stuck and we're towing them out.
As we were heading
nice.
out, we stumbled upon a group that needed some help.
Maybe this car is gonna pull them out. Be next to it, next to it. Success. Perfect. Look at the size of these sand
Just before we'd escaped the desert,
Oh my God.
we stumbled upon some massive sand dunes and couldn't help but run in.
So much for the fence, huh? Look at that!
Having never been to deserts before, both Poppy and I were stunned and really enjoyed running about on top of the ridges of these dunes. This is exactly what you think of when you think of playing in the desert. You'd have thought that after such a long day we'd be exhausted, but there was something about the dunes that revived us and instilled us with more energy to keep going and keep playing.
She lost her underwear. Mum's flying the drone. She's trying to make it over here. Thoughts on the desert, Poppy?
Big 10 out of 10.
It's like what you think it'll be like.
Running is hard.
It's really hard to run. Oh, worth it. Made it. Power plant. Power lines. This is more
Finally, we escaped the desert and passed over a seemingly massive river that turned
don't
out
know
to
where
have
this
been
came
flowing underneath the desert.
We're just in a desert.
Inside the road.
And now we're in a city with a river collected here at this river. You can't collect it anymore though. What's this city called? Huh? Hetian. Hetian. That's the name of the city. This is the market.
We weren't quite ready to go back to the hotel and had to visit the night market first.
Dragon. Poppy with her bottles. They're best friends. Just grinding some sweet. That's a head. That's the stomach. That's the stomach bits. 南瓜包子. Cheers! Oh. Wow. Pumpkin. It's busy now. This is a Uyghur traditional hospital. So traditional medicines.
That was all for what was one of our funnest days yet.